in your life, either when you visit some high energy temples, or suddenly when life stands in front of you larger than you, when you feel things are not under your control, things are not as you plan or as you comprehend, your Kundalini awakens. Every person goes through Kundalini awakening at least 100 times in their life. Unfortunately, you are not able to understand or handle the after effect of Kundalini. You start thinking the after effect of Kundalini as your loneliness, frustration, feeling unknown, don't know why it is happening, don't know why you are going through what you are going through. I tell you, people ask me, Swamiji, why most of the artists pick up the alcoholic habits? Because when they are in the peak of performance, whether it is dance or painting or writing poetry or sculpting, because I have done all this, I am telling you, when you are in the peak, you experience that weightlessness, the pure Kundalini, but you do not know how to get that again and again in you. If you are dancing 10 hours at different times in different places, only once or twice you will experience that Kundalini. If you are singing in various places, once or twice you will experience that Kundalini. When you don't know how to get that back, you think alcohol can give it to you. That is why most of the singers, poets, artists, painters, sculptors pick up alcohol habits. But unfortunately, they will never be able to get that Kundalini, because that never comes back by alcohol. That never comes back by marijuana. Understand, I am making these few statements. First, all your smallest units are covered by delusion. In each level, your smallest unit is struggling to break from the delusion. In body level, that struggle is to get rid of disease and death. In the mental level, that struggle is to get rid of depression and disorders. In the conscious level, that struggle is to get rid of the delusion and achieve enlightenment. That is why I am saying, the effort you are making to get out of a cough or a small headache is directly or indirectly is your effort to achieve enlightenment, to achieve liberation. If you understand this, you will understand all your struggles, efforts, whether to get out of your headache or get out of your depression or get out of the person who is creating this headache and depression for you, it is all directly or indirectly. Straight away, you struggling to get out of this delusion, to achieve enlightenment, liberation. When your wisdom takes you beyond delusion, your effort to take yourself beyond delusion is direct effort to achieve enlightenment. I have seen these hi-fi people, especially modern day youngsters, they take pride in saying, I go to this guru and understand a little bit about depression and anxiety, fear. I manage my life. No. Take pride in saying, I understand the depths of Spandakarika, depths of Bhagavad Gita, depths of Yoga Sutra, depths of Hatha Yoga. I understand the depths. Understand the depth. Be a personality of theologia mystica, not theology light.
Taking birth in India is such a big blessing because if you fall in depression or if you face some problems, you will go only to some guru or a teacher or master. You don't have any other possibility. You will turn to Asta channel and you will see so many variety of teachers, masters, gurus. It is good. Even if you go to a guru who is not enlightened, then going to a psychiatrist or psychoanalyst. Because if you work with a master or a teacher who is not enlightened, even with him, he can't change the concepts. He may not be able to give you the energy or the initiation to awaken you, but he can't change the concepts. So slowly, the very concepts will lead you to the enlightened master. See, our masters are so intelligent. These guys have created the system which can be carried even by an unenlightened person, but the person who listens, he will get purified when he starts working on it. Whoever works on it, they will get purified.
Just before the satsang, I was reading a question from a devotee. The person is telling, Swamiji, after all, a physical pain is so solid, it constantly reminds itself. It's so strong. How to unclutch from it? It constantly reminds itself to us. Understand? There are problems which may not be solved by unclutching, will be solved by feeling connection. That is why I always warn you, people with whom you feel connected, you should be very careful. If you are friendly with a person depressed, I tell you, knowingly or unknowingly, that person will vomit the depression on you. If somebody is depressed, boycott that person. No, I am giving you as a spiritual instruction. Don't ever think you will show and shower your compassion on that person, shower your love on that person, get that person out of depression. Try, you will only become dirty and come back. You are not that strong. If you are that strong, then you don't even need to talk to the person. Your presence will get that person out of depression. No, I am telling you really, because a lot of this effort of getting the other person out of depression goes on all over. I wanted all of you to know the problems which you can't heal, the pains which you can't get out by unclutching, get out only by feeling connection with something higher than you, either God or Guru, and ensure that you don't have feeling connection. You are not entertaining friendliness with people who are depressed or the patterns of depression. See, the people with patterns of depression are arrogant, I tell you. It is not ignorance or innocence, it is a crime. It is a crime, arrogant. Because they are arrogant, they will naturally infiltrate you, even if you spend little time with them. I always warn. There's a beautiful teaching from Sri Ramakrishna. I always warn the disciples, warn the followers. If your spouse is in depression, don't try to get her out by yourself. If your friend is in depression, don't try to get him out by yourself. He will only put the depression mental setup in you. Help them to feel connected to something which is higher than them, to God or Guru. Stop with that. You don't meddle with it. One more thing, especially a man trying to get a woman out of depression or a woman trying to get a man out of depression is very, very dangerous. Because when you sit with women or a man, when a man sits with women or a woman sits with man, understand, even if the age difference is 50, a 15-year-old boy is sitting with 65-year-old lady, I tell you, your Mooladhara will be open. By the very biology, your Mooladhara will be open. If that 65-year-old lady puts some idea to you, when you are in the mood of receptive, you are destroyed. Never ever sit with a person who is depressed. Never ever try to get the person who is depressed out of depression. All you can do is connect that person with a higher source, Guru or God, and move out. If you try to clean the drainage, you will become dirty by getting into it. The only way to clean the drainage is put the pipe and put the motor. Let the machines do the job. I have seen so many fellows. Ramakrishna used to tell this. Even in the name of compassion or helping or assisting. See, Ramakrishna had one disciple, Yogananda. He's a small boy. One elderly lady, around 45 or 50, she used to be always depressed, and this boy will try his best to get her out of depression by telling whatever ideas he learned from Sri Ramakrishna, trying with all the ideas he learned. She will also treat him like a son. Ramakrishna calls and tells, no, this is the way it will start. You don't know how it will destroy you. Her pattern of depression will simply infiltrate you. And not only that, this sympathy which you can't help will extend to any extent, any level, and you will take up this as your mission, getting her out of the depression as your mission. With that, you will fall into the depression. The depression mental setup is worse than a snake. Run away from it. Extraordinary pains, the pains you can't handle by unclenching, can be healed by this beautiful word, matparaha. Bhagavan is using this word as a technique. He spoke about unclenching in last few verses. Now he is telling whatever can't be healed by the unclenching, the only way is matparaha. Tani sarvani samyamya yukta asida matparaha vashehi yasyendriyani tasya prajna pratishtita. Whether you believe it or not, whether you want to understand or not, you are a person, you are an individual soul reflecting pure consciousness. and you have to get up. That's all. You have to wake up. That's all. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate and share the eternal bliss. Nityananda. Thank you.